There are moments when you're pushing hard, when you feel that weariness setting in. You've been grinding and your body says enough. But let me tell you, that's the exact moment. You need to dig deep and remind yourself of your purpose. When you're tired, when you're ready to stop, that's when you're actually closest to breaking through. The real power is in continuing to move forward, even when it seems impossible. It's easy to work when you're feeling energized and inspired, but true growth happens when you push yourself when you're drained. The challenge isn't just about effort, it's about the choice you make in those tough moments. This is where success is built, where champions are made. So when you feel that fatigue, don't retreat. Force yourself to rise, to keep going, because every step you take when you're tired is a step closer to the greatness you're striving for. 1. A man vexed the power of persistence, pushing through fatigue. 2. The strength in struggling, why you should keep going when you're tired. 3. Unseen growth, how working through exhaustion builds character. 4. The moment of breakthrough, tapping into your inner resilience. 5. Turning tiredness into triumph, the art of pushing past limit. There's a simple truth in life that many people overlook. Success doesn't come from moments of ease. It doesn't arrive when you're feeling fresh, energized, and full of motivation. Success is built on the days when you don't want to keep going, when your body is begging you to stop, but you choose to push forward anyway. That's when you discover the true power of persistence. Persistence is more than just a habit. It's a mindset. It's the ability to keep going when every part of you wants to quit. Now let me tell you, that's the difference between those who achieve greatness and those who settle for mediocrity. We all have dreams, aspirations, and goals. But what truly separates the achievers from the dreamers is the willingness to keep working when it seems like nothing is happening. When you feel tired, that's the moment when your potential is being tested. It's easy to move forward when you're motivated, but when that motivation fades, what will carry you forward? It's persistence. Think about the most successful people you know, whether they're in business, sports, or any field. It's not their talent alone that got them to the top. Talent is important, but what's more important is the ability to push through the tough times. They've learned that persistence is a muscle that gets stronger the more you use it. And just like physical muscles, it's not always comfortable to train them, but the results are worth the effort. Now I know what you're thinking. It's tough. It's frustrating. You're tired, your energy is drained, and the end goal feels so far away. But that's exactly the point. You have to remember that it's during these moments that you're truly shaping your future. Every minute you keep pushing forward when you feel like giving up is an investment in your success. You may not see the results immediately, but trust me, they're coming. You're building endurance, you're strengthening your willpower, and you're developing the kind of resilience that most people will never know. That's the power of persistence. The road is never going to be smooth. Life will always throw obstacles your way, and your body will always send signals that it's tired, that it wants to quit. But here's the key. The moment you push through that fatigue, the moment you show up even when you don't feel like it, you're creating something incredible. You're training yourself to operate on a level that the average person simply can't reach. It's a level of discipline and grit that becomes your secret weapon. And let me tell you, when you push yourself beyond those tired moments, something magical happens. Your mind starts to shift. You begin to realize that you are far more capable than you ever imagined. The exhaustion you once felt starts to fade away, and in its place is a newfound sense of pride and accomplishment. You will see that even on your most tired days, you still have the strength to carry on. And that, my friend, is when you tap into your true. So when you feel tired, when you think you can't take another step, remind yourself that those are the moments that matter most. You don't need to feel like it, you just need to do it. Your persistence will carry you farther than any temporary feeling of fatigue ever will. It's in those moments of struggle that you will find your greatest strength. Keep going. Push through. The rewards are waiting on the other side of your effort. Life is full of challenges. There's no avoiding it. And let's be honest, the toughest times often come when we feel the weakest. When the pressure is on, when the fatigue sets in, and the struggle seems endless, it's easy to think about throwing in the towel. But here's the reality. Those very struggles are where your strength lies. The strength to push forward, to keep going when you're tired, is what shapes your future. It's the difference between giving up and achieving something extraordinary. Now, let's talk about struggle. No one likes it, but no one gets to success without it. In fact, it's the struggle that reveals your true capabilities. When you're comfortable, when things are easy, that's when growth slows down. But when you're exhausted, when you feel like you've given all you have, that's when the magic happens. You might not see it right away, but every ounce of energy you pour into a task, every time you show up when you're feeling depleted, you're building something that lasts. You're not just working harder, you're growing stronger. Consider this: growth never comes from comfort. Every time you push yourself beyond your limits, you expand your boundaries. You're training your body, your mind, and your spirit to handle more, to perform better, and to overcome greater challenges. The real strength comes from the moments when you're tired, and yet you still take that next step. Because here's what you'll learn as you struggle. It's not just about the outcome, it's about the person you're becoming along the way. The struggle molds you, refines you, and transforms you into someone who doesn't fear difficulty, but faces it with courage. Struggle builds resilience, it builds discipline, it builds character. When you're tired, when you've got every reason to stop, that's when your resolve is tested. It's easy to stay on the sidelines and watch others succeed while you sit comfortably in your fatigue. But the truth is, the path to success doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It waits for you to keep going when you don't feel like it. It waits for you to show up, to continue, to push yourself further than you thought possible. Because that's how you become unstoppable. And let's not forget this: you're never truly alone in your struggle. Everyone who's ever achieved anything worthwhile has had to face their own battles. They've all had moments of doubt, moments where they questioned whether it was worth it, whether they had the energy to continue. But the ones who succeeded were the ones who pushed through. They embraced the discomfort. They embraced the struggle, because they understood that strength doesn't come from avoiding challenges. It comes from overcoming them. In your life, when you're tired, when the going gets tough, remind yourself that this is the point where you're being tested. Your strength isn't measured by how well you perform when things are easy, but by how you respond when things get hard. Every time you choose to press on, every time you push through the fatigue, you're strengthening your resilience. You're building the mental toughness that will carry you through future challenges, no matter how big or small. So next time you're feeling worn out, remember that the struggle isn't a sign that you're weak, it's a sign that you're growing stronger. Don't shy away from it, lean into it. Keep going when you're tired, and you'll find that the strength you've been searching for was inside you all along. Every struggle, every moment of exhaustion is an opportunity for growth. Embrace it, because on the other side of it, you'll be a stronger, better version of yourself than you were before. Keep moving forward, even when it's hard, and watch how it transforms your life. There's something profound that happens when you keep going, even when you're exhausted. We often hear about the importance of hard work and dedication, but the real power comes when you push forward, when every fiber of your being is telling you to stop. This is where unseen growth takes place. When you're working through exhaustion, when you're running on fumes, that's when the most significant transformation happens, not just in your results, but in who you become. You see, the journey to success isn't just about reaching a goal or achieving something tangible. It's about the character you build along the way. The qualities of resilience, discipline, and perseverance don't come from the easy days. They don't come from the moments when you feel at your best. No, they come from the days when you're tired, when you're frustrated, and when giving up seems like the easiest option. It's in those moments that your character is forged. Think of it like this: the effort you put in when you're exhausted is the foundation of your future success. It's the times when you're at your lowest energy, you're most drained, that you learn to tap into something deeper. It's easy to work when everything feels good, when the motivation is high and the energy is flowing. But the real test of your character comes when you're forced to push through the exhaustion. That's where you find out what you're really made of. When you keep going, when you're tired, you don't just get through the task at hand, you're also strengthening your internal resolve. You're proving to yourself that you have the discipline to show up even when it's hard. You're building your ability to handle adversity and pressure. These are the qualities that define character. qualities that will serve you in every area of your life. Whether it's your career, your relationships, or your personal growth, the ability to work through exhaustion teaches you to handle whatever comes your way with grace and determination. In fact, working through exhaustion doesn't just help you push through physical fatigue, it also teaches you how to control your emotions and thoughts. When you're tired, your mind will start making excuses, telling you to slow down, to take a break, or even to quit. But when you push past that, you're building mental toughness. You're training yourself to override the comfort-seeking part of your brain and replace it with a sense of purpose. This is what will carry you to the finish line when things get tough. The more you practice this mental discipline, the stronger your ability to persist when things get challenging. The growth that happens when you work through exhaustion is also unseen by others. No one might notice the long hours or the times when you felt like quitting but kept going anyway. But every time you push through, you're strengthening your character in ways that no one else can see. It's the quiet moments of struggle that shape you into the person you need to be to achieve greatness. While others may look at the visible results of success, they don't see the growth that happens inside you. The growth that will determine how you handle success and setbacks alike. It's also important to remember that exhaustion doesn't last forever. The more you push through it, the more you build your stamina. Eventually, what once felt impossible becomes just another step in your journey. You start to realize that your limits are much farther than you originally thought. And as you continue to work through exhaustion, you begin to develop a deep belief in yourself. You start to trust that no matter how difficult the path, you have the strength to keep going. So don't shy away from those moments of exhaustion. Embrace them, recognize them for what they are, opportunities to build your character, to strengthen your resilience, and to grow in ways that others won't understand. The unseen growth that happens in those moments is the key to long-lasting success. Keep going even when you're tired, because the person you become in the process is worth more than any achievement you could ever reach. The real rewards of your efforts are found in the person you are becoming as you push forward through the fatigue. There are moments in life that define who we are. These are the times when everything feels like it's reaching a breaking point. When the pressure, the exhaustion, and the uncertainty start to overwhelm you. And yet, in that very moment, if you have the courage to push through, you'll experience something incredible. You'll experience your breakthrough. This is when you tap into your inner resilience, that deep, unwavering strength that resides within all of us, waiting to be unleashed. The truth is, we all have this inner resilience. But it's not something that just appears when everything is going smoothly. No, resilience is something that's born in the moments of struggle. The times when you feel like you can't take another step. It's in these moments that you're forced to dig deeper, to look inside yourself and find the strength to keep going. And what happens when you do that? You tap into something far more powerful than you ever realized. You discover that you are capable of far more than you thought possible. You see, the breakthrough moment isn't always a dramatic, world-changing event. Sometimes it's a quiet decision to keep going when you feel like quitting. It's choosing to push through that wall of fatigue, frustration, or fear. When you make that choice, when you refuse to let your circumstances dictate your future, you unlock a new level of strength. This is your inner resilience at work. And here's what's important to understand. The breakthrough doesn't come without struggle. It's the challenges, the obstacles, the difficult moments that prepare you for what's next. Life doesn't always give you what you want when you want it. Sometimes it tests you, challenges you, and asks, how badly do you want this? But the moment you decide to keep pushing, the moment you say, I'm not backing down, that's when you start to tap into the power you didn't know you had. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back from adversity. It's about growing stronger because of it. It's about building a mindset that says, no matter how tough things get, I will not quit. I will not be defeated. Every time you face a challenge and rise above it, you build a little more resilience. And before long, you start to see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to grow, to stretch, and to become the person you were meant to be. But here's the real magic of tapping into your inner resilience. Once you've discovered it, once you've experienced that breakthrough, nothing feels quite the same. You see, you'll never be the same person you were before the struggle. You've expanded your capacity for greatness. You've proven to yourself that you have the ability to face adversity and come out stronger on the other side. And once you've seen what you're truly capable of, you'll never again let fear or doubt hold you back. You know that no matter what comes your way, you have the strength to handle it. So, as you move through your journey, remember that the breakthrough is waiting for you. It's not a far-off dream or something that happens to other people. It's something you can access at any moment. It comes when you make the conscious decision to tap into your inner resilience, to keep going when everything inside you says, stop. This is the moment that defines your path, shapes your character, and sets the stage for all the success that lies ahead. Next time you find yourself feeling tired, frustrated, or uncertain, know that you're closer to your breakthrough than you think. You're closer to discovering just how resilient you truly are. And when that breakthrough comes, you'll realize that it wasn't just about reaching your goal. It was about becoming someone who can face anything life throws at you with strength, determination, and an unshakable belief in yourself. There's a powerful shift that occurs when you learn to turn tiredness into triumph. Life will test you, often pushing you to your limits. But what if I told you that those moments of exhaustion, those times when you feel like you have nothing left to give, are the very moments where your greatest growth happens? What if the tiredness you experience is actually a signal that you are on the verge of something extraordinary? The truth is, fatigue can be a powerful ally if you know how to use it. When you're tired, you're not just physically drained, you're mentally and emotionally stretched, and it's in those moments that your character is built. This is where the art of pushing past your limits comes into play. It's not about ignoring the tiredness or pretending it doesn't exist. It's about recognizing it, acknowledging it, and then choosing to move forward anyway. When you push through, when you take that next step, despite how heavy your body feels, you begin to realize that your limits are not as fixed as you once thought. You see, the most successful people don't just work hard when they feel energized and inspired. They work hardest when they are exhausted, because they know that is when real growth occurs. The body and mind may scream for rest, but it is in pushing past that tiredness that you begin to discover what you're truly capable of. Your potential is far greater than you can even imagine. And each time you push through fatigue, you expand the boundaries of that potential. You break through self-imposed limits and unlock a deeper level of resilience that will carry you through future challenges. Turning tiredness into triumph is an art. It's not about ignoring how you feel. It's about understanding that your feelings of exhaustion are temporary, while the results of pushing through are lasting. Every time you choose to rise above your fatigue, you are strengthening your resolve. You are learning that no matter how difficult the journey gets, you have the ability to persevere, to find the strength within yourself to keep moving forward. This is the secret to achieving success in any area of life. The ability to keep going even when you think you can't take another step. But most people fail to realize is that our limits are often self-imposed. The body may tell you to rest, but your mind is the one that has the power to push forward. And once you train yourself to push through tiredness, you start to see that these limits were never truly there in the first place. Your mind is stronger than you think, and your body, when properly conditioned, can carry you through more than you ever believed. The art of pushing past limits is about developing the mental toughness to keep going, no matter how tired or discouraged you may feel. It's about understanding that growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. It happens when you step outside of it and face the challenges head on. The key is to reframe your perception of tiredness. Instead of seeing it as a barrier, view it as an opportunity. Every time you feel worn out, ask yourself, what's on the other side of this? There's always something waiting for you on the other side of exhaustion. A new level of success, a new understanding of your own strength, and a deeper sense of accomplishment. It's the realization that you are capable of achieving far more than you ever thought possible. When you push past your tiredness, you not only accomplish what you set out to do, but you also build an unshakable belief in yourself that will serve you in every challenge ahead. So the next time you feel tired, take a moment to appreciate what that feeling represents. It's not an obstacle. It's a sign that you're pushing yourself to grow, to evolve, and to achieve. Learn the art of pushing past your limits and watch how tiredness transforms into triumph. With every step you take beyond your comfort zone, you'll discover that the strength you need was always within you. All it takes is the courage to keep going. Remember, the true measure of your strength is not found in how you perform when things are easy, but in how you rise when you feel tired, when every part of you says to stop. The path to success is built on the moments when you push through exhaustion and keep going. Each step you take, no matter how small, builds your resilience and shapes your character. So, embrace the struggle. Trust in your ability to push past your limits and keep moving forward. The triumph you seek is waiting on the other side of your effort. Keep going.